Hello Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Pisces, today we're going to go over your overall energy as well as your person's overall energy. So with all that being said, Pisces, let's get started. How does Pisces currently view this relationship? So we do have the Hierophant out here, as well as the Five of Wands, okay? And then we also have the Judgment card, okay? The bottom of the deck, we do have the Five of Cups, and then we also have the Devil out here to the Eight of Wands. All right, Pisces, let's talk. For some of you, you could very well be married or in a committed relationship with someone. I am definitely getting that, but Pisces, it kind of looks like you've been fighting to keep someone in particular in your life that you perceive is just not good for you. It's basically what I'm getting. It's like you perceive this individual that you currently find yourself connecting with as somebody who brings nothing but like disappointment and toxicity into your life. Now, with the Five of Wands, the Judgment card, this to me kind of feels like an energy of you kind of like questioning yourself a little bit as to why you even bother trying to fight to keep this dynamic between the two of you intact and afloat, especially if all they do is bring nothing but like toxicity and like chaos and disappointment into your life. I am definitely getting that. Now, of course, you could very well be fighting to keep this dynamic between the two of you intact and afloat because you love this person, you care about this person, your relationship with them means a lot to you. But I feel like the number one question that you have when it comes down to fighting to keep this dynamic between the two of you intact and afloat has a lot to do with you fighting to keep someone in your life that just brings nothing but bad into your life, to the point where you find yourself questioning yourself as to why you're even doing this. Like, why are you fighting to keep this person in your life if all they do is bring nothing but bad into your life? You see what I mean? Okay, let's look at them and see how they're currently viewing this relationship with you. How does this person currently view this relationship with Pisces? We have the Six of Swords. We have the Temperance card. And then we also have the Ten of Swords. I feel like this person's moving into a place of acceptance here in regards to their relationship with you. This to me feels like the epitome of them just accepting the fact that it's over between the two of you, or it's just not working out between the two of you is basically what I'm gathering. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, I feel like this person, you know, is very disappointed that things are not working out between the two of you, or that it's over between the two of you. I am definitely getting like an energy of disappointment wrapped up in all of this. I'm not entirely sure if this relationship has already came to an end or it's coming to an end, but if it is coming to an end, I feel like they're very disappointed because it's coming to an end. But I do see them deciding to just accept the fact that, you know, it's either coming to an end or it already has came to an end. I just don't see this person fighting it, if you will, is basically what I'm getting. So like, for example, if this relationship, you know, is essentially coming to an end, instead of them fighting it, they're choosing to just accept it. If this relationship has already came to an end, instead of them fighting it, they're just accepting it, is basically what I'm getting. I'm also getting that they didn't necessarily want this relationship to come to an end between the two of you. I'm also getting that as well off of this person's energy, but I just feel like they're just accepting it all, you know, like if this relationship is coming to an end, even though they don't want it to come to an end, they're just accepting it. If this relationship is done and over with between the two of you, it's not something that they essentially wanted, but even though they don't want this relationship to come to an end, they're just accepting it. Okay, how does Pisces currently feel? We have the King of Wands. We also have the Emperor. And then we also have the Knight of Wands. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Chariot, and then we also have the Ace of Cups, and then we also have the Magician. You're very attached to like what you see yourself having here with this person, and what you still, you know, essentially want with them. You're also very attached to what you've been able to build with this individual thus far, is basically what I'm getting. And I feel like that's like one of the primary reasons why you continue to fight to keep this dynamic here between the two of you intact and afloat, is because you're very attached to what you either currently have with this person, or what you once upon a time had with them, or what you see yourself having with them one day, if that makes sense. So instead of you, I guess, walking away from this relationship, it kind of looks like you're choosing to stay and make this work is basically what I'm getting. And it also has a lot to do with the fact that you really do love this person, you know? How does this person currently feel? So we have the Death card. We also have the Fool. And then we also have the King of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the King, not the King of Wands, we got the Queen of Wands. We also have the Tower to the Nine of Cups. Can I just say something really quickly here? You guys are showing up as the King and the Queen of Wands. Never in my life, okay, and I'm being honest, never in my life have I ever seen the King and the Queen of Wands break up for good. I've never seen it happen a day in my life. I don't think today's going to be the day either, okay? I don't know why that is the case, to be honest. I still don't know to this day, because I've been doing tarot, for going on, 7 years. I've seen the King and the Queen of Pentacles break up for good. I've seen the King and the Queen of Cups break up for good. I've seen the Emperor to the Empress break up for good. I've never seen the King and the Queen of Wands break up for good. I've just never seen it happen a day in my life. I don't really know why that is, though. That's like the weird part of it all. I don't know why. I don't know why these two never break up for good. Like these two, they'll break up. Don't get me wrong. Like they'll go through like a breakup, but as far as like it being over and done with, like for good, like permanently, no, I've never seen it happen a day in my life. And I don't think today's going to be the day either. I would love to know why that is the case, because till this day, that's like a question I've always had, is why is that? The only thing that I can think of, just going based off of the King and the Queen of Wands and what typically happens, between the two of them, is basically this. When these two come into contact with one another and they develop a relationship with one another, they tend to experience an experience with one another that they've never actually experienced before with anybody else, which makes their relationship with one another so unique and so rare, and it truly does stand out. So in other words, you can't really compare your relationship with this one over here to any other relationship you've ever been in. Vice versa, the same applies for them. I also feel like what typically brings them back together time and time again is that when these two do break up and they attempt to move forward and move on with their life, it never actually works out, because what they do is they try to go off and find someone better. But the problem is that when they attempt to go off and find someone better, they quickly realize that there is nothing better out there for them. And this is kind of why they always end up getting back together. So, I mean, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Because the King and the Queen of Wands, man, these two don't like to settle. You know what I mean? Like, it's not to say that you'll never meet someone else, and it's not to say that they'll never meet anybody else. It's not to say that y'all won't. The connection in itself just may not be there, or it may not be as intense. That's what typically happens when they move on, and they try to date other people and see other people. Like, the connection is just not there. The vibe is not there. It's not as intense, because the King and the Queen of Wands, they have a very intense relationship with one another. So I don't know, maybe that's what makes them go back to each other every single time. It's a possibility. Anyways, in regards to how this person is currently feeling, I just keep getting acceptance coming from this person. I just feel like this person's choosing to just go with the flow and not fight against the current here. If this relationship is coming to an end, then it's coming to an end. They're going to accept it. If this relationship has already came to an end, again, it's that same vibe of them just simply accepting it, is basically what I'm getting. Currently at the moment, I do see this person not only focusing on accepting the fact that this relationship is either coming to an end or it's already over and done with between the two of you. But I do see this person very focused on their career right now, and, their future and how they want to proceed forward from this point on is basically what I'm gathering, but very, very focused, I would say, on themselves. Like I said, I don't believe that this person wanted this relationship to come to an end, because I'm not getting that. Nor do I believe that they want things to permanently come to an end between the two of you. That's just kind of what's occurring here between you and them. And they're just turning around and just accepting that, even if it's not something that they want, because it's not something that they want, they're just going to turn around and just accept it. It's basically what I'm getting. Okay, let's move forward. Let's see what else we can get here. What actions will Pisces take towards this person or moving forward? Okay. At the end of the day, Pisces, I feel like that's what's happening with you. It's like you go from what's the point to seeing the point in the end, if that makes any sense. Because it's like you go from what's the point of fighting for this? I don't get it. I don't understand. What's the point of me fighting for this? When all this person does is bring nothing but bad into my life. And then I think, towards the very end, you're starting to kind of see the point in all of this. And the point is that despite the fact that this person may bring some bad into your life, they also bring some good into your life. This to me looks like a very normal relationship. If you were to ask me, you're going to experience some good times with your significant other, and then you're going to experience some bad times. It doesn't matter where you go or who you end up with, you're going to experience some trying times with whoever it is that you choose to involve yourself with. There is no escaping that. There is no, avoiding that. And I do see you, realizing that, what, even though this person may bring some bad into your life, they also bring some good into your life. And at the end of the day, this is somebody that you do have a lot of love for. This is somebody that you care for deeply. And this is someone that you're very, very attached to. And I don't see you wanting to just let this go, is basically what I'm getting. Okay. What actions will this person take towards Pisces? Y'all are very compatible. We have the Emperor out here for you, and then we have the Empress out here for them. The person that's in the Strength card is the Empress. So you guys are showing up as a King and a Queen of Wands. And then we have the Emperor to the Empress. You guys are very compatible to one another. What actions will this person take towards Pisces or moving forward? So we do have the Ace of Swords, we do have the Six of Wands, and then we also have the Strength card. At the bottom of the deck, Jesus, you guys are showing up as a true pair again. We have the King of Pentacles out here, and now we have the Queen of Pentacles out here. And look, there goes the Empress all over again. Okay. I do see a conversation taking place here between the two of you. Now, this conversation that's taking place here between the two of you, I am definitely getting that it is uplifting their spirits. I am definitely getting that. I would like to look a little bit more into the Ace of Swords just to kind of get a rough idea of what's actually going on here, because I do feel like, whatever this conversation is about, I do believe that it is making them very happy, and I do believe it is uplifting their spirits, and I do believe this is kind of like a situation of them getting the outcome that they essentially wanted out of this entire situation here between the two of you. I am definitely getting that strongly, okay? So before I break this overall energy down, I'm gonna have to look at this first. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords. All right, let's see what's going on. Okay, so we have the Hangman out here. We also have the Page of Cups in the reverse. We have the Hermit in the upright, and then we also have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Pisces, I feel like you said something to this person that you didn't necessarily mean, and they took it seriously is basically what I'm gathering. So I don't know if you told this person, I never want to see your face again, or I'm so done with you, it ain't even funny. Like, I don't know what you said to this person, but whatever it is that you did say to this person, they literally took it to heart. They literally took you seriously is basically what I'm gathering. And I feel like it's being confirmed to them that you didn't necessarily mean what it is that you essentially said. So if you told this person, yo, I'm done with you, I never want to see your face ever again. Well, obviously, I do feel like you're telling this person that you didn't necessarily mean, what it is that you said. And I do believe that it is definitely uplifting their spirits, and it is essentially making them happy, because for a minute, Pisces, you really had this person thinking that, this was coming to an end, or that this was like really, really over and done with between the two of you. Like I said, I've never seen the King and the Queen of Wands break up for good. I've never seen it happen in a day in my life. I don't think that today's going to be the day. With the Four of Cups to the Queen of Pentacles to the Page of Swords to the Empress coming out here. Now that we've clarified that Ace of Swords energy, here's the thing with your person that I want you to kind of take with you moving forward. The things that you say to this person, they literally take it straight to the head or they take it straight to the heart, whichever, possibly even both, okay? So if you tell this person that, you know, for example, you're done with them and that you never want to see their face ever again, they're going to take that as, oh, you really do mean it. You know what I mean? Because this feminine energy over here, they kind of come off to me as somebody who says what they mean and means what they say. It's basically what I'm getting. So when you tell this person, I never want to see your face again, they're over here thinking that you really do mean that stuff. You know what I mean? So even though I do see you guys like, you know, working things out in the end, in the back of this person's mind, they're going to find themselves, you know, thinking about whatever it is that you did say. I am getting that. It's like they're thinking about what it is that you said to them. Like, so if you told them that you never want to see their face again and here you are trying to work things out with them, like they're going to find themselves questioning like, but wait a minute, like why do you want to work things out with me? You say you never wanted to see my face again. Like, I don't understand. Like, why would you say that to me? I just kind of feel like maybe you said something to them like in the heat of the moment and you didn't necessarily mean that, but I don't know, like I just feel like this person, they take what you say to the head or they take what you say to the heart, is basically what I'm getting. So whatever it is that you said to this person, like I said, you could have told them, I never want to see your face again. Like they literally took it seriously and they're just like, okay, well, I mean, I guess they never want to see my face again. I guess I'll just accept that. No matter how much it may hurt, I guess I'm just going to have to accept that they never want to see my face again, you know, because this person was accepting something that was very hard for them to accept, but they did it anyways. It's basically what I'm getting. It's basically what I'm getting. I'm also getting too that this person doesn't want to like control this entire situation between the two of you anymore. Like, in other words, I feel like this person was very big on that. Like they were very big on like controlling a lot of things, whether it be within this dynamic that they share with you or whatever the case may be. But you know, it's one of those situations where it's like they don't want to control anything anymore. Like if a person's meant to be in their life, then that person's going to be in their life. If that person's not, you know, meant to be in their life, then that person's just not meant to be in their life and they're just going to accept that. Like I just kind of see this person deciding to not control anything anymore. Like what's meant to be is meant to be. Like typically, let's say for example, like, you know, you would tell them like, that's it, I'm done with you, and like they'll be the type of person that will like rush in and be like, oh my god, please no, you know what I mean? Like they're not going to do that anymore is basically what I'm getting. They're not going to do that anymore. Their whole MO moving forward is if y'all are meant to be together, it's going to happen. If y'all are not meant to be together, then it's not going to happen. And it is what it is. And they may not understand it right now, but maybe later on they will. Type of mentality is basically what I'm getting coming from this person. Because I feel like this person has definitely, possibly in previous relationships, or maybe with you, I'm not sure, but I feel like maybe in previous relationships, like this person would try to like control things. Like when a person would tell them like, that's it, I'm done with you, like this, that type of person that will try to come in and change that person's mind and, you know, fix and repair things. And yeah, they're just not going to do that anymore is basically what I'm gathering. It's like if somebody says, that's it, I'm done, like they're just going to be like, all right, I mean, I don't want you to be done, but if you're done, then you're done. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to try to, like, control anything anymore. It's basically what I'm getting. So, currently at the moment, I see this person moving, like I said, into a place of acceptance that I guess it's over and done with between the two of you. You know, that's basically what I'm getting so far of this person's energy. I do feel like obviously that's going to change once a conversation does occur here between the two of you, but this person's moving like this is over. You know what I mean? Between the two of you. So right now I just kind of see them very focused on what their next move is going to be. And, you know, their future, to be honest. Because that's the only thing that they could really control is themselves and how they plan on moving forward. And that's what they're choosing to control. As far as like you is concerned, it's like they're not going to try to like force you to, you know, be with them or anything like that if you don't want to, is basically what I'm getting. But it looks like you do. So then there's that. But yeah, so that's what I have for you, Pisces. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully my dog over here is like growling at what? I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, that's what I have for you, Pisces. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.